I said, what's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Got you with that second stream. In a pinch, we playing What Remains of Edith Finch. Bars, okay. Let's get it popping off. Poppity woppity woppity. I think I'm on the right source. Oh dear. Oh my. What remains of Edith Finch? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, so quick introduction. I have no idea what this game's about. Literally, literally know nothing. It was just suggested to me by my man Obi, and went and scoped it on Steam, saw it was on sale, so just pulled the trigger. Literally didn't read anything about it, just downloaded it. He told me it was a good time. That's all she wrote. So we're about to just dive head first in. This is kind of a cool intro, actually. I guess this is like... Oh. Well, I'm gonna shut up now. Here we go, I guess. Oh. Okay. Let me cut this light off, see if that's like an improvement or a improvement. What are our thoughts on this? Is my other light enough? Yeah, I think our other light's enough. This feels more like a, you know, it's night outside. It's black, dark. I don't know what this game's about. How many times can I say this? But I feel like the lights being off, at least most of the lights being off, is more the vibe. So we're gonna run with that. I was also told that the controller is what we should use. So let's see if it's just intuitively works. Okay, it does. I love that, by the way. The technology's great. But this just works. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I will move the camera if it turns out that that needs to be done. But for now, we'll go with it. Alright, What Remains of Edith Finch. And is that... It seems like the title's getting smaller. I guess we actually are moving. I wonder if this game is one of those games that has like an Easter egg. If I just sit here long enough, like, something will happen, something cool, you know? Alright, well, the first button I assumed would do something, did not. Oh. I don't know if that was right. Didn't feel right. Oh, there we go. Right trigger is the button that did that. Wait, okay, so...
A lot of
Whoa.
this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Damn, I wish I knew that was if that was loud enough on stream. Okay, I think she said this isn't going to make sense to you, but we'll start at the beginning with the house.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Missing. If you have information about Milton, call the Orcas Island Police. Milton Finch. Date missing October 23rd, 2003. Date of birth 1992. Last seen Orcas Island. Age of disappearance 11. Height, weight, race, eyes. Okay. Also
Someone
interesting
had put up
that
a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
interesting that the game started me facing this direction, and you know, I feel like most people would just go, right? But we turned around and there's some crucial shit right here. She mentioned hopping the fence. Oh, probably coming from that way. Oh, don't need to do that. Trying to see if I can figure out any controls here. Gotta zoom. Two different buttons
I
brought up
lived
that
here until I
menu.
was 11, but I
Not
wasn't
an
allowed
idiot.
inside half the rooms.
Wait, is that like the dopest treehouse of all time? He wasn't allowed in half the rooms. Thought the house swallowed him up, so there's might be a little more going on there.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Guess I can't interact with those any further. It's so weird, the only button thus far has been right trigger.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So the brother died. So either they found him and he died, or they just, at some point, declared him dead.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches, okay. We can go either up or down. Maybe we can't go down. No, we can. Which way is the house? The house could be either way. Let's go down first. I already feel like I'm gonna get lost. More missing posters. Sad.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Game's gonna freak me out, isn't it? I legit am lost. Like, I couldn't get back to where I was if you paid me.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Making sure we didn't miss anything over here. I'm that type of gamer, I'm sorry. Already bothering me that I don't know what's that up path. Wait, is this the house? Already? No. Game's beautiful so far, though. Okay, maybe the up path leads here as well.
The house was exactly like I remembered it. the way I'd been dreaming about it.
What an insane house. Like, that's like a kid's dream house. By kid, I mean me. Alright, I'm sorry, but I have to go back. I have to check. I have to see if we missed anything. Hopefully it just comes straight down into this and there's nothing to be missed. Oh! We missed this? Oh, come back. Hey, well that was worth it in and of itself. Surprised there was no dialogue tied to that.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
You think we're usually supposed to hit that trigger coming from the other way, and then we see the deer, you know? I bet that's the case. Bro, where's the divergence? God, I had to zoom. Is this it? Okay, yeah. Alright. So we only missed the deer thing. Did we look at this? So Edith, that's us at the end. Milton was her brother, right? Yeah, because he went missing in 2003, and that's when he was marked as dead. So they might have found him. And then, so she has another brother, Lewis. And I wonder what these leaves mean that are detached from the tree. Like Sanjay and Sven. So their parents were presumably Dawn and Gus? Is that how that works? And Gus had a brother named Gregory. Don't know what K means. And yeah, I don't know how to read this tree. It'll probably make more sense later. But it is interesting that she has two brothers. There wasn't too much to find down in the woods. We did have a couple, like, narration prompts, or whatever. But there wasn't too much to see. What is that? Is that part of the house that, like, fell into the water?
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
That's kind of a messed up thing to say. Is Edie on this list? Oh, wait. Her name is Edith. Oh, Edie. At the very bottom. 1917 to 2010. So wait. Edith was 6. That puts it at 2005. So she would have been like 90? Oh. Right?
As a
90-ish,
child,
80?
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Why?
house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Batchi over there, looking over there. I actually didn't expect to be able to actually look through that hole, so that was kind of cool that it actually was. It actually, like, was a thing. Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh, that freaked me out for some reason. I kind of want to... Can I go?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Can I go back through? Dang, I wanted to kind of look around the front of the house. Dang, so they just straight up abandoned this place with a ton of shit still in it. Like, so this place mega haunted or what?
For the first time in years,
okay, it's gonna wait. So we got Edith, Milton, Lewis, Dawn, and Edie. So Edith, Milton, Lewis, Dawn, Edie. So we got Edith, Mitzi, Lewis, Dawn, and then Edie. So Edie must be Dawn's partner? Unless it means this Edie down at the bottom and what they didn't have. I don't know. Edie could have been like a grandparent or something, I guess.
I felt like I was home.
I swear if I see somebody like moving in another room, I'm gonna lose it.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Okay, yeah, so Edie was a grandma. So she was like 80 or 90. So Dawn is her mom. We have no word of the dad. Lewis is the other brother. Milton's not in this. Must have been after he passed. Wait. I don't remember of Lewis. Wait, no, is Lewis? Oh, okay, Lewis is the one. No. Wait, they both died. I just now looked at the Lewis's dates. Milton and Lewis both died young. Lewis was only 22. Milton was 11. Damn, so Lewis died when he was 22. Okay.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
They just got up and left literally that night. Did not even clean up the takeout they had. I don't think this is possible. No, it's not. It's not. I was going to see if this was the same as the photo, but if they left that night, there wouldn't be a photo of it on the fridge.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank. Great
Why is
Grandpa
there
Sven
Bigfoot?
built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Why is Bigfoot on that? So Barbara, the director or an actress? And I know we can go in this door, but I've been in here.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Okay, so they didn't ever find him. He just was pronounced dead eventually. Is what that tells me. Okay, that's not real creepy.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Oh God, please.
Edie told me
Okay.
once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What? God, I'm just waiting for a jump scare in this game. I don't know if this is even that type of game, but I'm gonna scream. Every Finch that ever lived was buried in this library. Perhaps even her missing brother? Why is it locked? Open it.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Creepy, dude. Yeah, what up, Blake?
I spent a lot
Oh,
of time
did
playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
you just finished the app? Right, bro? Okay, I'm not gonna say anything spoilery just for like in case somebody watches this, but I know exactly what you mean. I feel like the whole episode is set up that way so that the ending gets you, you know what I'm saying? I think it's all intentional. Right?
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh, is this the key?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh, I feel freaked out. Like I feel like this game is about to scare me so bad somehow. I'm trying to prep myself for it. Again, I don't even know if this is a scary game. It's definitely creepy though. But also this feels like I kind of want to check out other stuff because this feels like progression. But we're gonna come back to this in a second. Yeah, I never played. Well, actually, I played a little bit of Home. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I watched a Let's Play of Home, but I don't remember any of it. But yeah, I get those same vibes. Um, but just to recap you real quick, the game just starts. Um, it starts with like you on a boat and you open a book, and I'm paraphrasing here, but she was like, the story's like complicated, but I'll try or something. And then next thing you know, I keep getting narrated, but you just heard some of it from this girl who I think is us, the character. It puts us outside this house in the woods, and it's like this crazy house. So you'll probably be able to see it. It's the house we're in now. I believe we are Edith, yes. And right outside where the game starts, there's a phone pole, and it shows like a missing flyer for our brother. Our brother got just disappeared at age 11 and was never found. Um, and so I'm kind of piecing together the story of what happened, and what we've found so far is that um, Apparently, one day, don't know what happened, but the whole family just left this house, and this house has like been in the family for generations. It's kind of creepy. It's really big. It looks like a tree house kind of. Um, so one day we just up and left this house, and when mom died, she left us a key in her will, and this is the first time we've been back since that day we all left. And as you can see, like all the furniture and everything's still here. So for some reason, they just literally left one day. And I think that's the footnotes of what's happened.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
I'm just waiting to look in one of these peepholes, and there's gonna be something there, man. Yeah, dude, I mean, I'd be down to do some scary... Oh, God. Do some scary games. Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Is that Bigfoot again? Which maybe would explain the thing. Like, you see it in front of us, there's like a little girl in a yellow dress, and then it looks like Bigfoot maybe behind her? There was Bigfoot on the music box earlier, which I thought was creepy. And that's hella creepy, but maybe it's because she was in like a Bigfoot movie or something. Oh. Here we go.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Yeah, I could be down for like a scary
Mom must
night.
have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
But it does have a power line, so that's... Where does that go? Right here. Okay, interesting. But yeah, dude, are you in now? Are you gonna start episode 2?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Nice, man.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother,
Right?
Calvin.
I thought the same thing.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, what? This is so creepy. And why does Gregory die at 1 year old? And why does he live in a bathroom? Maybe it was like a nursery and they turned it into a bathroom after he died? Okay, there's one more door downstairs I skipped, and then we'll go to that passageway we found.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh. Oh. Okay. It sounds like Mom is hella creepy. Perhaps little brother didn't go missing. Perhaps he was, like, killed. And that's just creepy.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Too bad I can't get a copy of PT. Yeah, so that... I remember that. That was the like trailer they put out for the Kojima like Norman Reedus game, right? But then did they just scrap that project altogether? So like I said, the game started with just like me in the first person perspective as the character. I'm assuming Edith, but technically I don't know, I guess. And they're on a ferry boat and they opened a journal, and like the journal was like a story. And so they started telling the story, and that's when the game like transported me to outside this house. And then everything else I told you. So I think that we're Edith and we're kind of getting Edith's inner monologue.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Is this one of the other rooms we already saw,
Just like
or
I
is this
had
like a
no
secret
idea where
room?
all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Milton is the brother that was kidnapped. So if Milton knew about this secret way into Molly's room, whoever that is, maybe Mom found out, or maybe someone
Being
found out. It
inside
was
for
like,
the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
that's why he disappeared. He wasn't supposed to. I don't know. I'm just completely spitballing right now. This is really creepy though. Because I thought the doors were boarded up, and because the kid was kidnapped, and then they left. But it seems like the doors were boarded up always when they were there, and the grandma insisted on the peepholes being added. I don't know.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Okay. Wait, there's nothing else in here.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay, so I guess now we're Molly. Yeah, I have bad vibes too, dude. Why can't I exit? Why can't I interact with them?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Sorry if it's super dark. Oh yeah, man.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh. So wait, where was that passage to Milton's room? Through this cupboard, maybe?
I kept eating and eating.
Not even toothpaste?
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Don't eat the bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Oh, don't eat the bird's eggs.
I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Oh,
I was a cat.
what? I never looked at that one door. Hopefully I can go back. A jump? I think so. Oh, yes I can. That's what jump was. Left trigger.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh yeah, so maybe I can give you a look at this house. No, not really. Oh, bro, I thought I saw. Oh, it's Christmas. Damn, it's Christmas, and you send your daughter to bed without eating. Where'd the bird go? Oh, there it is. I wonder if I'm missing any, like, Easter eggs. Can I jump over here? Oh, I can. I don't have to follow the bird.
The babies were all gone.
Did not even mean to come to this nest.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Promised that you wouldn't climb it anymore, so... Did she actually turn into a cat, and this is something she does?
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Am I controlling? Oh, I am controlling this. Okay, fly up or down. Oh.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? This is crazy. What? Yo, Obi. Yes, sir. What is happening? Oh. This is hilarious. Dude, Obi, it's going
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean.
So far, so good.
I was
I'm really
hungrier than
terrified,
ever.
though. Yeah, playing as a shark wobbling around in the snow, definitely.
I
feel
wanted
better about it.
fat, juicy seals.
But I'm seeing that, though.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
I don't want to kill the seal.
grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I human again? Oh, I'm like a squid. What? Ugh. Or am I a snake?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Obi, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, but this is actually the second, I guess it's the second story, because we originally were Edith, going through the woods and into the house, and then inside the house we found Molly's journal, and then this next thing started.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh wait, oh. Turn around. Oh, too far. No, I look like an idiot, but controls of the monster squid are very weird. Turn around. Turn around. No. Oh, okay. Did we kill that guy?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Hey, we sang this song in choir back in the day. Oh, there's more. Oh, too far. Shit.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam
What the hell is happening in
towards
this
it.
game? Oh, we're still the monster.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
Oh, we're back in her room. Oh, is she gonna like kill herself?
all of my
That's-
stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
The fuck?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, am I gonna fill in everyone's story? Jesus, she was a creative young girl. We gotta look under the bed, right? I don't know. I think I can crouch.
I can't describe it, but
Oh, look.
I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Oh, look, we've got the octopus, we've got a rabbit. I can't tell what that middle one is, but there's a shark in this room. Yep, shark. Forgot what else she was, but that's probably like everything I bet's around here. Oh, I can actually come out? Okay, wait. Before we go further out here. Can I seriously not go back in? Dang it. Or maybe I looked at everything. For some reason I thought I missed something.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
So yeah, one brother disappeared at age 11. The other brother died at age 22.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Tragedy strikes Finch family. Celebration turns to mourning, probably. So Sven was Edie's husband, died constructing the dragon slide.
Her room was like a museum.
Oh.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Wait, that was it? I feel like
Odin
There we
Finch
go.
buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
I wonder if that's what was depicted in the room with the art on the walls, because there was a sunken house.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. Joining the great majority. Mysteries of death and thereafter.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Wait, was this
It
the
was
same
a
bathroom?
pretty big trace.
Was this the same bathroom where Gregory was supposedly here? There's a secret in the bathroom. Okay.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Okay, bro.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Who is Sam? Sam, I guess, is his son at the bottom? Yeah. There's something weird going on, for sure. Oh, Milton was here as well. Which, I don't know if you were here yet. I think you were, but Milton had graffiti in another part of the house, so he has been through all this just like we were. But Milton's the one that disappeared at age 11, so he did this at 11? Or maybe he didn't disappear. So all the rooms thus far have been quasi-connected, if you know the way. I don't know why, but this reminded me of playing The Witness, like it was some sort of color-coordinated puzzle. Captured. Whoa, what a dope little spot to have in your house.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Grandpa Sam. I guess Calvin was Sam's twin? That's whose room we're in?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
This would be such a badass room to have. I guess not if you were locked in it against your will, but...
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh wow, I'm controlling both
My
legs.
brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that
like,
day,
gonna jump out?
he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh god. Killed himself?
I told him
Jumping
going
into
around was
space?
impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that, maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
I'm the one doing this,
then
but
maybe he'd still
it's
be
making me
here.
anxious.
But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Wait, you did it.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Yeah. God, so many young kids die in this family.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, he was also 11. That's interesting. Anything else I could interact with?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, Calvin's half of the room. I just now realized that this was a symmetrical bedroom.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I'm missing something. Oh, here we go. Oh, what? Nope, nope, nope. Not sure what motion I'm supposed to do here. Really, with the creepy pumpkin?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Is there any built-in graffiti? So, or oh, the pumpkin is probably it. I'm an idiot. I don't know if I want to go out yet.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, nope, nope, nope. Should have known that that's what that meant. Nope. Oh gosh.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Happy birthday.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh, the pumpkin.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also,
the basement
I
we're not
loved your
allowed
delivery
in.
on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Bro, they better not make me do terrifying stuff twice. Gosh. Really, with psycho music or whatever this
She
is.
found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, come on now. Oh, God. Halloween music, that's what it is. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's not creepy.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Jesus. I need that to go away. Oh, there's the saw where he injured himself.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Just to get me to scream, huh?
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I wonder if I can go in here, because I couldn't go in here in the main house. Okay, no. For Walter, I believe's room was over here. He was the artist.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh, God.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part. Listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... someone at the door was
Yo,
dying
out.
to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
What?
Oh dear.
That's not cool.
I'd come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ugh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
So obviously this story was made up, but I'm assuming that the boyfriend really did disappear and she died and they just found the ear. That's creepy. Tales from the Crypt? Yeah, I remember that too.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Damn, she was only 16. Yeah, this family is cursed. Alright. To the hallway.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I'll look through here. What if it was different?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
I can't go up here, right? Is this the bathroom we were in? No, it looks different.
It's funny.
This house.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
I wonder if they could have done this at the beginning of the story if you knew. The old infamous
Mom said the
handsaw.
basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Don't be a body. Don't be a body.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Can't see anything. Whoa.
I
what
remember
the
asking
fuck?
Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
A doomsday shelter?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What? He just lived down here?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Like Desmond.
That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
What are those? There we go again.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of a door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
No rumble.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now. The longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Yep.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
There's nothing else he can interact with. Okay.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly.
Hey.
And Calvin.
Yo, Obi. Good night, man. Have a good one. Thanks for the recommendation again.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
I think
But I
Calvin
need
was
to
the one on
stop
the
living
swing.
the same day. Even if it kills me.
I don't remember how Molly died. Barbara was murdered with the ear. Calvin was the swing. Remember how Molly died, though.
Whatever's out
Maybe
there.
we don't know yet.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it.
Oh, right.
Especially the
that's
food.
right. That's right. Yeah.
I don't
wanna
mind
turn
if I
into all
only have
animals.
or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
This man's really get hit by a train. After hiding for 30 years in a basement, he just
Walter
gets hit
died
by
when
a
I was
train.
6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
It's rough. And I guess, was he down here because he was scared of whatever killed the rest of his family? Ironic, yes. It's like,
I'm sure my mom
"Well,
was trying to protect me.
Maybe the kids were like boarded up in their rooms so that they didn't die? Like maybe it was a paranoid thing about the
Maybe
family
she was
being
afraid
cursed?
I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can
What
only
else didn't
imagine
she
what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Where's the bathroom? I was wondering what the bathroom situation was.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
I wonder what she means by maybe two.
But now I'm
maybe
worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
maybe Milton, if he's not actually dead.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
It would be interesting if, at the beginning of the game, the journal, if that person isn't Edith and they're just reading Edith's story, kind of like we're reading all the stories as Edith now.
Maybe
Like
it'd be better
it's
if all this
Edith's
just died
daughter
with
or
me.
something.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Oh, that makes me think it is.
And the history you're a part of.
actually go into the water? I don't think so. Yeah, look at this house. Isn't that crazy? Oh, I just realized that. I was like, did we go up there in those rooms? But the attic was like locked. I don't know what's up there.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Yeah, I don't know. This is brand new information, but I'm thinking maybe it's like her daughter, and that's who the game started out with, reading Edith's notebook. That's just a guess.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, now we're on the other side with the swing, right? Wait, are we? Not. So dark, I can't.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That didn't light. Everything else has been lighting.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Burpee, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Burpee, Chirpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Haley.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly with the animals, Chimera, kinda. Calvin, he wanted to fly. Sven, he died constructing the dragon slide. Edie, I don't think we know how she died, but she lived to like 90 something. What do these words spell? Walter died by a train. Guess maybe that's the tunnel? I don't know. Barbara was the star.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
You don't remember Sven's story? We didn't actually like get a story of it. We just saw like the newspaper clipping, and the narrator told us that like he died constructing this dragon slide thing, and it was like celebration turns to mourning. Oh, this must be the house that sank.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Oh, is that their house? Or were we talking about something else?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
They damn near got the house all the way there. Can't look at it anymore. I just watched the backtrack. Is there anything else over here? Making sure. Okay.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so
Family
many
is
things I
cursed.
wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday
Yeah.
and find everything out for myself.
Still super creepy though.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, good lord, girl. What are you doing? So yeah, I think the narration is definitely to her daughter. Because her daughter is now reading Edith's story, which is covering everyone else's story. I think. Which makes me think Edith's probably dead. And like the cycle's just gonna continue with the
I never met
daughter or
Grandpa
something.
Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Right, that's probably his
Sam spent
stories.
his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
See if there's anything else in the room before we do that.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Airline ticket. A. That's not creepy. Also not creepy.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
I don't know how to focus. And all the buttons here. If I hold it. Nope. How do I focus?
I'm over here, Dad.
Oh, maybe we zoom in.
What?
There we go.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
This is kind of a cool way to do
I'm
this
gonna
one.
take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
You're right, Dad.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Yeah, it's not what we needed.
Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get back.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
I'm not gonna see the deer anymore. Oh, there it is.
Great shot, Don!
Damn. Oh. Selfie?
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Great dad. I guess I didn't.
Sorry, Don, just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, I gotta run up there. I know this works. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, come on, make it.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh no.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Yikes. Okay, so how do we get out of this room? Go back outside, I guess. Doesn't feel right. Oh.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, this is the baby that died at 1 year old. Gregory. That's really creepy. The divorce papers between Sam, who we just saw, and then Kay.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Whoa. Is this implying that Gregory has, like, psychic abilities? Oh, I'm the frog.
Watching over Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Yo.
Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
This baby about to, like, die.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Okay, why can I not hit these two?
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination.
Whoa.
Whatever it was, he saw.
Just hit the whale. Can't make it over to the whale. Oh, there we go. Oh, I might have bugged it out. Oh. Maybe I gotta knock this R off. Oh, you got an achievement. I feel like kind of an idiot now, because I do not know what this game wants me to do.
Sure made him happy.
Oh. There we go. And maybe now we can do something with the faucet. I fixed you, Mr. Whale. Now maybe I jump on you. Yep, there we go. Okay, wait. I think I gotta get up on that thing.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
It's about to make me
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
unplug this drain.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
We did it.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
We've just got 1, 2, 4 more, maybe 5.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard
Whoa.
that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
That's cool.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
learned.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I don't see any words. Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Is he gonna get struck by lightning? This is pretty cool, aesthetically. Why is this not? Oh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Jeez. He was only... Was he
She
also
never
11?
talked about him, but Mom told me once if I
1969.
was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
12, right? I guess he could have been 12 or 13. Okay. Whoa. That would be super cool to have in your house. I bet I can climb up that, but just making sure I didn't miss anything else.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, Sanjay's her dad. Why he's not connected to the tree, that makes sense. Fly to India.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Louis was her brother that died at 20-something, I believe. It's the oldest.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
It's probably the missing papers for Edith's brother that disappeared when he was 11. I'm imagining. I didn't even see it though. But yeah, that's what that is. For Edith's brother that went missing at age 11. Walter went in the bunker, but this is a... No, so there was... Here, let me show you on this. So, Edith, you know, at the top of this tree, is siblings with Milton and Louis, and they're the newest generation, right? So Milton disappeared when he was 11, and they never found him. So that's who the missing papers were for. Walter's the guy here near the bottom. He was the one that lived underground or whatever.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Bro, these posters really do take me back to school. That one too.
But it didn't last.
Curse. Myth. History. Can't really read any of that, but that's interesting.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Okay, so why give a 10-year-old a castle 200 feet above the ground? Her first.
After Milton disappeared, the only
This
thing
was
he
his
left behind was a
room.
room full of paintings.
That seems like a poor decision. Making sure we got nothing over here. Milton was an artist, bro, especially for just being 11. Looks like a door.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oops. They painted the door. Oh, and then he disappeared. Or if he had, like, wonder if there's some surreal magic for this.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Like, if he did these, it's incredible for an 11-year-old to me.
Mom spent months searching for my brother.
Oh, there's still a
Then
lot
she sealed the
higher to
doors.
this thing. I thought we were at the top. I was hoping I'd be able to go in there.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Wait, what? What did... Maybe missed what she said before that line.
Mom
Milton found
definitely
something?
blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
So who let them in and out?
Everyone
The
always
mom?
told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Smells like a bowl in here.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh, come on. I mean, he had an impressive setup for being like on a boat 300 feet in the sky, and you know, for the year it was. What kind of money was he pulling in at the cannery?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh, just realized that was a top-down perspective. This is is making me use my brain having to do two different things here.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names.
Did I just mess up on that fish?
He knew it was all in his head.
Oh, that was
But he
cool.
took it very seriously.
Fish didn't get broken until I chopped one.
I had
head off.
hoped he'd find himself.
I wonder if I even have
But
to
he
keep
found
doing
something
the
more.
fish. Uh-oh.
I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Slowly taking over,
It
getting
seemed
more
very
real.
promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Popo. I eventually
On the
gonna
edge
put
of
my
a
hand
city
in there.
he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won.
That's right, we won, baby. Lewis for mayor.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Still going.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
This game has been really cool with like its
St. Louis.
the way it's worked.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
I was getting pretty good at the fish thing while playing the other game. I do say so myself.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Oh. Choose
handsome queen.
sexuality, eh? I wonder if there's a difference between the two things.
The Queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpent.
sinister serpents.
Reminded me of that Star Fox level. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
He followed the sound of
Oh, I
her.
hit that one. All the sound of her. Oh, the sitar. No. I want the sitar. No. No. Put me over. Yeah.
Electric sitar.
They tried to take it away from us. They wouldn't.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Can't even see the fish stuff anymore.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't give me this many at once. Come on now.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Whoa. Am I still Lewis? Go back. What if you could go back and it was just like a fully fledged ARPG? That would be incredible.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, is he gonna kill himself in his cannery?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's what video games will do to you. I try to tell you.
My brother
kids,
was
playing
really
in video
cool.
games, you know,
I wish you could have met him.
Oh, somebody else. They make you violent. They make you violent. Alright, so we've just got potentially Sanjay. He doesn't really seem related because he's not part of this family tree. We've got Dawn and Edie, I think, are the only two left. Not that we're even going to get everyone.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
You wish you'd stayed?
But I understand why we left.
Oh, this is my room, I think.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Okay, maybe we only have one more. Oh, and I'm about to write the story of right now. Yeah, so this is how the game started.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Well, we didn't. This is new.
Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh, if I can go at library now.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Just looking real quick since she said she left something for me in the hall, but I'm guessing it's just this. This game hasn't been too complicated as far as that type of stuff.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories!
You sleep here? Maybe this is where Edith slept.
I think it's best
Grandma Edith.
if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
There's Grandma.
Dear Edith, There's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house
We need to go in
aground.
the old house.
There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
The earthquakes.
They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful.
The earthquakes.
No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
The earthquakes are, I think, what Walter heard, and that's why he like went down into the whatever, the bunker, maybe.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
I didn't actually get turned around. Don't railroad me again.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
I don't know what that was supposed to mean, if
That
anything.
night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
I'm a murderer. Killed 15 members of our family.
Things I can't explain,
Oh,
but
it's
that I need
scripted
you
again.
to try.
Okay.
Edith, what are you doing in here?
No!
It's mine. Edith! Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Yeah.
After that, we moved around a lot.
The story was just getting good.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Oh, hey, I'm controlling the hand.
A few years went by.
I
My
so
mom
just
didn't
want to
like to
like
talk
blow on
about
my mic, even though I know that's not going to do anything. I'm doing it.
But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
What's interesting
The last Finch left alive.
is that the women seem to survive.
Until I found out about
Men
you.
don't seem to make it that long.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Can't tell if this is about to take like a crazy supernatural
Appreciate
turn.
how strange and brief all of this is.
Am I like in utero right now? I'm the baby. Come on, bro.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Interesting.
I just want to
'cause
meet you.
and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Huh. Vagina.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, my boy. Or, I mean, not that I'm a boy. We were Edith that whole time till right now. But I was expecting a girl. Oh, I didn't see the date. Dang, I didn't see the date. Wait. So, like... Man, I want to know what the rest of Grandma Edie's story was. Like there was so much more like under the surface there that I don't know what I'm supposed to make of it. Like oh, well that's interesting. But I meant the little book we were reading that the mom tore away from us, you know? Like we had just reached the old house and that light came on and then tore the book away. So like interesting. I mean, I love games like this. Makes you think about it, right? But like, so many answers I don't have. Like, was there power to reading these stories? It seems like... It almost seems like once you know, you die. Kind of, sort of, not really, I don't know. Right, Edith's mom like not wanting her to read the stories because it was like maybe almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy type of thing? Or like, is there a supernatural element? Wonder if there's anything else at the end here. Right. It was just interesting that, like... Well, I mean, yeah, this girl just got straight up murder mysteried, and then the 11-year-old just disappeared. And also happened to make a flip book of him walking into a door he drew. I wonder if there will be anything else at the end, like a little bit or anything. Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed this. Oh, those are peaches that he was eating. I couldn't tell what those were supposed to be. That was pretty short. I've only been streaming for 2 hours, 20 minutes. I heard it was about 4 hours. But that was probably just a guesstimate. Chinese. what was interesting is the start of the game, and maybe I'm wrong, like maybe you couldn't really see yourself. The replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Interesting. Wait, does this mean it's new? Wait. Why are those doing that? Because we never got Dawn's story or Edie's story, really. But why are they... Can we check this out? I guess maybe we got Dawn's story. I mean, it's in replay. Why are they, like, both circled like that? And it doesn't happen for anyone else. Alright, let's just see what this says. See if this is new. Oh. Okay. Wonder why it does that though. Oh, it's the same. No, maybe because it's the same one. Yes. Alright. Well, dang, yeah. That was good. Lot to digest, for sure. But I enjoyed it. I know Obi's not here anymore, but great recommendation, my friend. I will tell you this the next time I see you. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight, boys. Blake, my homie, thank you for going on that journey with me. I think we got a few lurkers. It might just be the homies doing me a favor, putting the stream up, but anyone else that was there lurking, I appreciate you. Tomorrow's Thursday. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.